And I knew that was something that if we could just figure out how to do it, it would change potentially tens of thousands of lives, and really give us a way to save a lot of dogs that otherwise couldn't be saved. But it was hard, man. We spent 4 years trying to get into the prison system. We started at Laredo County Jail in Kern County. We tried at Tehachapi State Prison, and we just kept getting. We were greeted with brick walls. I mean, there was no interest in not only dog programming, but really anything that was sort of pro inmate or could be potentially viewed as pro inmate. So when we finally had Warden David Long over at California City Correctional Facility, he took a gamble on us and he said, I love what you guys are trying to put together. Let's work on making this operational procedure fit, and I want you guys at my prison. And so January 2016, with the help of some of the best trainers on the planet, Leah Marquez, Lisa Porter, Kim Erickson, Sam Johnson, we were able to start that program. And we had 30 student inmates, 10 dogs right off the euthanasia list, living in that prison and rehabilitating every 3 months. So it's a 14-week long program. We send dogs basically from the shelter system, usually from the euthanasia list, and usually large young dogs.
Wow.
Like your dog.
Wow.
Those are the dogs that are being put to sleep at our shelters.
That's right.
And they're being put to sleep at our shelters because they don't have the skills to be adopted and stay adopted.
Yep.
Whether that's leash training, potty training, crate work, they might be reactive with other dogs.
Yep.
So there's so much that these dogs need to understand in order to get adopted and stay adopted. And that's what we were able to accomplish in the program.
And how do you, and I mean, there's so many parallels between, those dogs, the fear, the bigotry, how people perceive those kinds of dogs, and how people perceive these kinds of inmates. How do you choose specifically? What's the criteria in choosing the dog, and what's the criteria in choosing the inmate, or is it just whoever signs up for it?
Well, in the early days when we first started, we sent everybody into prison. So the worst of the worst dogs, because our trainers were so good that we were able to get some of our long-term incarcerated students trained up very quickly. So after our first 14-week long program, we were just rapid fire. Every 14 weeks, we're graduating a class of 30 students. We're letting them re-enlist. So some of our guys are in our program for years and years and years. They went through 10, 11, 12 rounds. They've saved tons of dogs. They are professional dog trainers. So in the beginning, we sent in the worst of the worst. I mean, dogs that, quite honestly, we should not have been sending into prison. Because there are a lot of different variables that you can't control when it comes to other individuals and these dogs. So we did have some bites. We had some things that were pretty tough, but we had we have insurance and we have the support of the institution. But for the most part, the dogs that we're sending in now are straight from the euthanasia list. So they're either dogs that are at our ranch. We have a 20-acre ranch right next door to Tehachapi State Prison.
Wow.
Literally, we share a border with them. And we are sending in the neediest of the needy, because young dogs are being euthanized at a clip of about 40%.
Yeah.
So 40% of young large dogs are being killed in our county. That's thousands and thousands and thousands a year at great cost to our county. So if we have any hope to get these dogs adopted, they have to have the skills to get adopted and stay adopted.